yeah, this is what I've got going on for clearance in a side seal. A lot better than I can do probably with some sandpaper. So it's in the groove. I've put a spring underneath it, moved really freely, and I'm just pushing it up against a hardened bit there, and it gives it the right profile against the corner seal. So I'll just turn my drill on. I'm not sure if you can hear me, but I'm just lightly pressing like this, and then I'm just using another tool, screwdriver, and then just giving it a bit more force. It takes its time, but the best way to do it is slow. Got the seal over here. The end, just one-handed. This is a bit of an awkward one. Just rubbing it on there. Getting a few of the burrs off. And we can bring it over to the rotor. Pop it in. All one-handed. Ooh, that's pretty close. You can see just a little bit more. And then it'll pop down into there, and then I'm going to use a feeler gauge. This is what I'm doing. A nice cheapie off Amazon, but does the job. And you just pop it in there, push all the way to the left, stick your feeler gauge in there, and if it drags a little bit, it's about right. Just give it a little wiggle. You can normally tell after you've done a few that it just kind of rocks back and forth very slightly. I have done one of the other rotors, but I think I'll finish these sides off, and then well, we'll go from there. I think that's the rotors then to pack up, then it's the seals, and I've got my other bits under here, but 3 cases for each face of the rotors so far. I've done them ones, and then time to start stacking. We'll go from there. Okay, so quick video, probably a time lapse of just me putting together a rotor. The 3 side seals, springs, corner seal springs, corner seals with I think it's called the plug taken out. So I'll pack up one side and then go for the other. I'm using just a oil filter wrench to support it. Once I've got one side done, flip it over, hold it down with some nice Vaseline. So yeah, okay, so I've got these painted up, the housings and the irons, and the front cover. I just need to get all the masking tape off, and then we're ready to stack the engine. Got my other bits over here. So I've got dowels, O-rings, some Hylamar, and then some gasket maker stuff. It just goes on the bottom of the housings. Seals, E-shaft, and then the packed up rotors that we've done. And the main studs are bolts, and then the moorings, and then the front bolt. So yeah, it just needs stacking up now. I'm not sure when I'm going to do that. Might just do it as a time lapse, a bit easier. Okay, so I've just got everything stacked together. Hopefully you enjoyed the time lapse and weren't too bored. I've just stuck 4 random old plugs in there just to spin it over and see how the compression sounds. Stuck the rear gear on as well, just to hold the E-shaft, so I can stick the main bolt in and spin it over with the 19. So I'll just get you set up, see how this goes. Hopefully we hear 6 nice chuffs out of the exhaust ports for each face, or each compression stroke. Might take a bit of getting set up on this, but let's see how it goes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Excellent. Oops. Fairly consistent as well. Great news. You don't have to take it all apart again, because it takes a while. So I think that's probably it for video 1, part 1, however I'm going to do this. Next will probably be putting all the accessories on, putting the right plugs in, maybe even a test fire on the stand. I'll probably go in detail of stacking up the front stat, oil pump, water water housing. I've got all new seals. Need to do the main bolts actually. I might do a bit of that. Might do a quick video and part 2 at the start. Just the torque sequence, all the stuff you can find in the service manuals. But yeah, in this rusty pile there's a box of gaskets. Yeah, probably in the next video I'll go through in detail of which I'm using, because I've got a couple of those intake gaskets, one with the square at the top or bottom, and one without. But yeah, I've got all of that, engine on the stand, and then spare engine, carb that I've rebuilt previously, oil pan to go on actually, which I think that one might be a bit bent, so I have to look at straightening that one and stopping it leaking. Yeah, just general channels of where the coolant was. It's pretty crusty in there, so I don't have to, I might stack it up and just do a big flush, run water through there with a hose pipe for a bit, and then fill it up with the right coolant. Not sure yet. If anyone wants spare irons, I think the irons are pretty good. Maybe one's got a bit of corrosion at the bottom. These housings are okay, but I think I might save them myself. Send me a message if you do want them, and we can maybe work something out. Yeah.